With September just around the corner, I wanted to talk about some of the NFT collections on the Ethereum blockchain that are going to be launching in the first week of September. So here we are on Rarity Tools, and the first project that caught my eye is going to be Sipher. Now, Sipher launches on September 6th. So let's take a look at their website, Sipher.xyz. So what Sipher is attempting to do is build a video game where all the NFTs are going to be playable inside of the game. The initial launch is going to be 10,000 NFTs of the Inu race. As you can see here, I really like the look of these NFTs. They are very detailed. And the reason I say the Inu race is that over time, they're going to be dropping 5 different races. So in the next year, you can expect more collections to drop. Now, as we said, each NFT is playable. And when you buy one, you're going to get 5 different emotions. So I'm assuming 5 different NFTs. Now, the rarity of your NFT actually does matter. Most of the time, we just want a rare one for price in order to flip it. However, since this is a video game, different traits are going to have different effects. Here you can see there are rare sub-race traits, and it's going to be BioZ, Cyborg, and Cosmic. And each of these traits carry different abilities that are going to impact the gameplay as well as the rewards you can earn. Now, you're also going to get different costumes and weapons, and those costumes are going to determine your abilities, and those weapons are going to determine the class of your character. Now, the price of each NFT is going to be 0.1 Ethereum, which is quite high compared to other projects. However, the reason for this is they have a massive team behind this project, and they are planning to build a ton of things for this game. So not only is it going to be a playable video game, inside the game, there is going to be a commerce system called the Bazaar, where you're going to be able to trade your characters, you're going to be able to trade weapons, trade costumes, and even trade land ownership. They also intend on launching 2 different tokens, the first of which would come out in December, called Sipher. Now, if you're interested in buying the other races and skipping the Inu, they're going to be releasing designs for this in September, and then the races are going to be released over time. In October, there's going to be Nico, which is cats. In November, they're going to release the Tories, which is birds. In December, Buru, which is bulls. And finally, in September 2022, they're going to be releasing one of 2 races. It's either going to be lizards or dragons. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any gameplay. A gameplay demo is only coming in November, and a playable demo is only coming in March of 2022. And the game itself is only going to launch in June of 2022. So they are making big promises. However, like I said, there is a massive team behind this project. And while I couldn't find information on all of them, I did find information on Tin, the world architect of this project. So here he is on LinkedIn. You could see founder at Sipher, and he does have successes behind his belt, multiple companies, the main one being Dreamplex, a co-working space in Vietnam, which has been around for over 6 years and has over 51 employees. So he does know a thing or two about making a successful company, and he's public facing. So he cares about his reputation. He cares about what he does. So to me, that is a good sign for this project. So here there are over 10,000 followers. The only thing I don't like is on Rarity Tools, it says it's launching the 6th. And here on Twitter, it says that it's coming out September 9th. Is it wrong on Twitter? Is it wrong on Rarity Tools? I don't believe that the project would get their own launch date wrong. So perhaps it is wrong on Rarity Tools. So maybe this project is only coming September 9th. But if you are interested in purchasing it, I'd keep an eye out on September 6th, just in case it's launching early and they haven't updated the date on their Twitter. Now, if you are interested in finding out more about this project, you want to read on the lore before deciding whether you want to purchase it or not, I'm going to link this link down below. You could read all about the universe, all about the lore. I really love this art style. This looks really cool. I'm also going to leave a link for their ambassador program where you could find out how to take part in the pre-sale. That way you could skip all the gas wars and skip paying super high gas fees. Basically, you have to participate in their community, participate on Discord, on Twitter. So I'm going to leave this in the description down below. The next project I want to touch on very quickly, because I just made a video about it. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to link it up above, is the Sevens. Now, the Sevens comes out on Tuesday, September 7th. They're going to drop 7,000 total, and they're going to cost 0.07 ETH. Now, the downside to this project is there is way too much hype. On Discord, they have over 30,000 members. On their Twitter, they have 23,500 followers, and this is growing very quickly. I won't be shocked if by tomorrow they're already above 26,000. And you could see the engagement with the post: 9,000 likes, 8,000 retweets. Here, 4,000 likes, 4,000 retweets, and these are for contests. So people are really excited, obviously, to get free things. And one thing you can tell by simply quickly scrolling through their Twitter is that the community is really excited. People are willing to make tweets, to make posts, to make content around the Sevens just to get a whitelist pass to be able to participate in the sale. before everyone else, because there is going to be 100% gas wars for this project, and the gas fees are going to be extremely high. So I won't go into any more detail about this project. I'm really excited for it. I hope I get to purchase one. And if you want to find out more, be sure to check my previous video. Now, the next project I want to talk about is going to be MoonieNFT, and it launches on Monday, September the 6th. So Moonies is launching different NFTs. There are going to be 4 types. There are going to be Biddy, Itty, Doggy, and Normie. And these NFTs are going to be linked to different coins. And when you have one of these NFTs, you're basically making a bet on a certain coin, because the first game that they're going to have is the rocket race, and you're essentially betting that either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Dogecoin is going to make it to a certain price first. Now, if you do win, you will be entered in a lottery to win $100,000. However, there is a ton more you can do. You can level up your Moonies. You could enter the research lab with your Moonies. You need a Moonie to play different games. Now, here you get a glimpse of what the different Moonies will look like, and I really like the art style that they've come up with. They're also planning to launch their own token that you could stake and earn staking rewards. So this seems like a very interesting project. There is a lot to read. You could check out their white paper. You could check out, they have 2 different websites, one about Moonies and one about the Mooniverse. I'm going to link all that information in the description down below. You could also see the support that they're getting from Polychain Monsters, from Morningstar, from Everse, and from Polygon. And if we scroll down to the team section, here are the 2 co-founders. So once again, a publicly facing team, always a great sign. They're willing to put their reputation on the line, and it shows you that they are passionate and they care about this project. And if we check out their LinkedIns, you can see here that Michael has been working in blockchain for 4 years, and Lucas is a UI UX expert. He is the founder of Flying Bisons, which has existed for almost 6 years. And if we check out Flying Bisons, you can see that they have over 53 employees. And if we go back to the team section, you can see that they are using their companies to back this project. So there is a team of over 50 people behind this project and making sure that it is a success. So to me, this is another project that will indeed be successful. Always do your own research. However, I do see a lot of green flags, and I would personally feel confident purchasing at least one of these NFTs, especially considering that they are going to sell for 0.006 ETH, which is nothing compared to all of these other projects that we've looked at. And if we look at their Twitter, they're almost at 68,000 followers. So in my eyes, this is going to be a very successful project. So the next projects I want to talk about, I'm actually conflicted about. It's going to be CryptoDads and Shibas. Now, they both launch on September the 7th, which is the same day as the Sevens. And since the Sevens already has such a huge community behind them, there's a lot of hype behind this project. Most of us are not going to be able to purchase a Sevens NFT. Now, for that reason, I believe a lot of people, they're going to have their wallets loaded with Ethereum ready to purchase. And if they're not going to be able to purchase a Sevens, they're going to be looking to purchase something. So are people just going to want to dump their money into CryptoDads, into Shibas? It is very possible. However, is that a reason to purchase one of these projects? If you're planning to just quickly flip it, maybe. However, if you're planning to hold them long term, maybe hold back from purchasing them. So first, let's check out CryptoDads. So here we are on their website. You could tell that the art style looks a lot like Bob's Burgers, and they're giving away a Ford Raptor and Rolex. I personally don't like that. They're basically incentivizing you to make a purchase just so you can enter a lottery. However, if we scroll down on their website, you could see that they are trying to brand themselves. They are trying to make a CryptoDads brand. Same thing, if you scroll down to the bottom of the website, you're going to see that here they want to make their own beer, their own whiskey. So if you're into that kind of stuff, maybe this could be a good purchase for you. However, I will point out that the team is anonymous, and I do not like the roadmap. The roadmap is basically fund our project, and then we're going to donate some of the money. We're going to donate a Ford Raptor. So give us $1 million and we're going to give you back $100,000. And we're also going to launch a VIP clothing line where basically you can give us more money, and in exchange, we're going to give you clothing. So they're basically using this project to start a brand, which isn't a bad thing. But to me, it's not a good incentive for a community. If you look at some of these other projects, they're starting video games, they're starting comic books, where here it's just, hey, we have this brand. We hope you like it. Give us your money and we'll give you some money back. The other red flag for me is while they do have 10,000 followers on their Twitter, if you scroll down, you're going to see that the post engagement just isn't there. And to me, this tells me the community isn't that excited about this project. They had a contest where they were giving away one NFT and it only managed to get 425 likes. Whereas you look at the Sevens giveaway and it got 7,000 or 9,000 likes. So compare the two. Granted, the Sevens has way more hype than any project that we've seen. But still, if only 400 people want to get one for free, how many people are going to be willing to pay for one of these CryptoDads? So the other project I wanted to talk about on the 7th is Shibas. They're going to be dropping 10,000 and the price is going to be 0.05 ETH. The price for CryptoDads, I don't know if I mentioned it, was 0.07 ETH. They're also dropping 10,000. So let's take a look at Shibas. So here we are on their website. It's another one pager, and just comparing the websites of CryptoDads and Shibas to the websites of Moonies or Sipher, you could see that a lot more work, a lot more thought went into projects like Sipher and Moonies. Whereas here, it's a one pager. They made it relatively quickly. It's pretty easy to do. So if I had to choose one over the other, I would definitely choose Sipher and Moonies over any of these. Now, I will say I do like the art style. They really do capture our culture and the things we like. Here you have Star Wars, you have Zorro, you have Naruto, you have Thor's hammer, you have Captain America's shield. Now their plan is to build a video game. So that's a great plan in the future. It's not just, hey, we're going to make a clothing line that you could buy off of us. It's we're going to make a video game and you can use your Shibas in that video game. However, the roadmap is very vague. They don't tell you anything. It's clearly not as thought out as Sipher is. Sipher, they have a ton of lore. They have a ton of ideas. They have their commerce system. They have different races that they're releasing. Whereas here, they tell you absolutely nothing about what the game's going to be. You don't even know what type of game it's going to be. And the other problem is the team is fully anonymous, so they can easily just take the money and rug pull and run. So I would be wary investing in this project. I'd be wary investing in CryptoDads. It doesn't mean that these projects are going to be failures, especially like I said, since a lot of people are not going to be able to purchase the 7s and they're going to be looking to dump their money somewhere. If we take a look at their Twitter, you could see they almost have 4,500 followers, which is less than half of what CryptoDads has. However, they are getting a bit more engagement on their post than CryptoDads is getting. So if I had to pick one of the two purely based on the community, I would pick Shibas. However, I will say that I think people are starting to get a bit tired of seeing Shibas everywhere. Not that we don't love Shibas, but projects trying to take advantage of the Shiba and use it in their design just to get us to purchase. And a prime example of this is Shiba Society. Now, the Doge Pound, if you're familiar with the Doge Pound, they're extremely successful. To buy one right now, it's just under 2 Ethereum. And they managed to build a great community. People are passionate about their Doge Pound NFTs. But the same way Dogecoin has its failed clone Shiba Inu coin, the Doge Pound was cloned into Shiba Society. Now, I do like the designs of these. I'm not sure why it failed, if it was a lack of marketing, or if people feel like this is just a copy of the Doge Pound and it's kind of like walking around with a fake Supreme or a fake Louis Vuitton or a fake Rolex. They don't feel pride in having this as their profile picture, because I witnessed this sale. And if you look at my video, how to purchase new NFT projects, you will see that after 10 hours of project launch, they only managed to sell 8% of the 10,000 that were intended to mint. Now, what they did is they cut the total supply by 80%, so it ended up being 2,000 total instead of 10,000. However, this was still a failure. Now, the reason in the moment I knew it was going to be a failure, because I did consider purchasing this project, is simply by watching the Etherscan, watching how many are being purchased, how many transactions are going through every minute. Are there a mass amount of transactions, or is it one every 15 minutes? And for this case, after selling roughly 5%, the transactions were getting very far apart. And a prime example of this is the project that launched at the end of August called Hippo Hotel. It's been a few days now, and they've only managed to sell 20%. However, while you're purchasing this, since you have to purchase it off their website, if you don't know how to purchase new NFT projects, be sure to check out my video, how to purchase NFTs at project launch. And this is exactly what you're going to get to see. You're going to get to see there's been 100 minted of 10,000 or 1,000 minted of 5,000. And here you can see they've only sold 20%. So to me, this is a failure. The hype just wasn't there. And you can save yourself from spending your money on something like this simply by refreshing the page and watching this progress bar. And you can clearly see it's not moving. And you could make the decision that, okay, this project is not going to sell out. So the odds that I can sell it for more than my initial investment are extremely low. and I'm not going to make that investment. Now, just because something doesn't sell out within the first day or 2 days or 3 days doesn't make it a failure. However, there is a combination of things. You could check their Discord, you could check their Twitter, check the community, check how excited they are. Are people just excited because they got a rare one and they think they're going to make a profit, or are they actually passionate about the project? Now, for this project, I find the designs are very, very basic. There wasn't a lot of effort, in my opinion, put into making these designs stand out. When you compare it to something like One Force or the Sevens, these really don't stand out as much as those do, and people probably won't feel pride showing these NFTs off as their profile image. Same thing if we look at their roadmap. Their roadmap is basically give us money and we're going to give a portion of that money back to a charity, or we're going to make a merch store where you could purchase merch off of us and we're going to make even more money. And the final nail in the coffin for me is that the team is completely anonymous, so they can easily rug pull, they can easily get away with it, nobody can stop them, and then they can go on and make another project. And if we look at rarity tools, there are a ton of projects that remind me of Hippo Hotel, one of which is going to be Angry Boars, which comes out on September the 6th. And another one of those is going to be Bossy Bear Club, which comes out on September the 3rd. So here we are on Angry Boars website. You could see it's a one-pager. There's not too much information. The roadmap is very vague. Once again, fund our project and give us $1 million and we're going to give back $10,000. We're going to give back $100,000. So a one-page website with barely any information, a really poor roadmap, and finally an anonymous team. They don't even give their full names. They just give nicknames. They don't tell you where they worked. They don't tell you where they currently work, what they're really experts at, why are they good, have they had any successes in the past. They just give you very vague details about the project. And this really comes out when you check their Twitter. You can see that they only have 2,500 followers. So if all of their followers were to purchase a boar, they would each need to purchase 4 boars just to sell out the project. Same thing for the other one we discussed, Bossy Bear Club. It's a one-page website, a basic roadmap. The art, in my opinion, there's not that much effort in creating this. And the roadmap is basically, hey, fund our project and we're going to give you a portion of the money back. So make us rich. And we're going to give somebody a little bit of money back. Is it even going to be an actual community member? Is it going to be one of our friends? Who knows? Because the team, once again, completely anonymous. So to me, these anonymous projects, they don't care about community. They don't care about the project. It's just a quick way to make a money. The same way in 2017, there was the ICO craze. Here we are seeing an NFT craze. So the same way you have to identify coins that are in it for the long run, you have to identify NFT projects and NFT communities that are in it for the long run. I also think people are really fatigued by all of these animal avatar profile picture projects that they don't really have a future. It's just, hey, we chose this animal that you might like. Today it's a hippo, tomorrow it's a bear, the next day it's going to be a different breed of dog. So when you compare these projects to projects like Sipher, you could see Sipher, they're really planning a future. You compare it to Meta Heroes, they're making a comic book series. People were passionate about the NFTs. They want to take part in that community. They want to take part in that project. Whereas these projects, what's the benefit? You get to put an animal as your profile picture. Big whoop. So that does it for today's video. If you want to win free ADA, I am giving away 25 ADA tokens, which is worth roughly $90 Canadian when I reach 1,000 subscribers. And in order to qualify, you have to do 4 things. You have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You have to comment your Twitter handle in the comment section down below. You have to follow me on Twitter, and you have to retweet my pinned tweet. If you want to buy cryptocurrencies in Canada, be sure to use my referral links in the description down below, and you will get free money when you make your first trade. If you are already subscribed to my channel, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching the Crypto Gorilla. Peace.